Hi, and welcome to Cover Brand, where we cover all things branding, marketing, and advertising to help you understand what the hell branding is and how it works to grow your business. Welcome and welcome back to Cover Brand. I am, as always, still and today and forever, Ethan Decker. Today, I've got Laura Coblentz on the show. Laura, how are you?
I'm good. A little tired from watching 4 weeks of World Cup, but I'm good.
Oh, hell yeah. That's right. We're recording right after the World Cup finals.
Big
You
day
were big
yesterday.
into it, huh?
Oh, yeah. I don't think I left my house.
Yeah. It's like I should be doing yoga or stretching at least while I'm watching, and somehow I didn't.
Yeah, no. The couch has a dent in it.
Yeah. Just a lot of football. It was great.
Oh,
Well,
great.
let's talk cover songs, and then we'll talk. We'll cover brand stuff. So, what cover song did you bring to the show?
Well, one of my favorite artists of all time, Bonnie Raitt, did a cover of a song that I like, but she took it to this whole nother level. It's amazing. It's the cover of INXS's "I Need You Tonight." And it's this bluesy, juicy, swampy, only Bonnie Raitt way. The only way she can do it. I mean, it got such a great bass and guitar, and she's playing slide, and it's great, and she's kicking ass.
Okay. First of all, I did not know she covered that song at all, which pains me because I love Bonnie Raitt and I love that song.
Yeah.
I love the original INXS version. I think it's a classic 80s tune. Need You Tonight. But oh my God, Bonnie, I could totally hear it being like a bluesy, rockabilly, what'd you call it? Swampy?
Swampy. That's not my word. Somebody else said it, but I thought it was perfect. It feels very swampy.
Oh God, Bonnie Raitt's so fucking
You got to hear
good.
it. It's great.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna add it to the Cover Brand cover song playlist. Cool. Bonnie Raitt's Need You Tonight, because I have a whole playlist from the show. And then I'm just gonna probably binge Bonnie Raitt because I just love Bonnie Raitt. Have you ever seen her live?
Oh, way back when, like in the 90s, when she came out with Nick of Time.
Oh, great album.
I saw her in the Bay Area. Yeah. She hit it big commercially.
Nick of Time and Luck of the Draw. Come on. And then you get back into her old catalog when she was doing drugs and she was in honky tonks. Holy shit, it's good.
Honky tonks. Yeah. Yeah, you realize how, I didn't know her that well before then, but then I discovered her, and I love her. It's great.
Right. She sounds like adult contemporary when you listen to Nick of Time.
Yeah. It's not as bluesy and funky.
Right. It's more it's more clean and polished, but her old stuff is like, she's funky. Back there with Clapton and James Taylor and B.B. King and Buddy Guy. Like, she's a blueser, and she can crush the guitar. She's a guitarist.
Yeah. I guess the slide guitar. Yeah. Does
she play? She must play guitar on that track. Need You Tonight.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot. You can listen to it. You can watch her. There's videos of her playing live.
Oh,
it's
sweet.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks for ruining the rest of my day, Laura.
But you can work and listen at the same time.
Not if I'm watching her videos.
Yeah, that's true. All
right, but I need something to replace all the World Cup. That's gone.
I know. Yeah, you got to fill the big hole.
Bonnie Raitt live on YouTube. Thanks. Awesome.
That's great. Good stuff.
Oh, great song. Okay, Need You Tonight, Bonnie Raitt, queued up. We'll be right back with Laura Coblentz to talk about brands. If you've been jonesing to bring brand science to the rest of your team or your company, you are in luck. Applied Brand Science is now launching an online training program on the laws and levers of brand science so that you and your team can apply the lessons of brand science to grow your business. It's affordable, it's modular, it's online, and it's all at appliedbrandscience.com. And we're back with Laura Coblentz. How are you? What is going on with your business? First, I guess I should introduce your business before we get into your business.
Good idea.
Okay, yeah. Laura now has launched Caroline Skincare, Caroline. It's organic, plant-based skincare made with ingredients that support healthy, nourished skin. It's already up online. You can find it at carolineskin.com. And you're on all the socials, I would assume, as well.
Yep. Hmm.
Is it mostly Caroline Skin or is it Caroline Skincare? What's the handle?
It's either or. So if you just
Okay.
type in Caroline Skin, you'll find it.
Okay. Caroline. Why Caroline? Where's the name from?
Well, Cara, I wish I had this deep philosophical story for you,
Hmm.
but this is an incredibly congested and competitive category.
It
And I
is.
swear every name on the planet has been taken. And
Uh-huh.
so we came up with Caroline because of Cara means deer and it means face in different languages and in Spanish. And so that was one reason. Two, we liked the way it looked and sounded. And three, it was available.
Okay. Yeah.
So it was a very
Yeah.
pragmatic. There's some story behind it, but mostly it was, this is a name we can work with and that is available.
Yeah. Well, you'll embellish the story just like
Yeah,
Sergey Brin and Larry Page embellished
exactly.
the story of Google, right?
It
Because
was
they sure as hell
available.
didn't start from what was it, a garage in Palo Alto, right? They started
Yeah,
from their dorm rooms in Stanford.
yeah.
Much less glamorous. Um, so Caroline Skincare, how old is the company?
We launched in November of 23. I started working on it in 22 after I left my job, my company.
Okay.
And yeah,
But you've been in the skincare pharmaceutical space for a while, right?
I've been in natural and organic products for
Okay.
since 99. It was
All right.
food, organic milk,
Mm-hmm.
retail, and then most recently Pharmaca, which does supplements and skincare. So that's
Got
when I
it.
sort of zeroed in on the skincare
Okay. So, well,
category.
you're
I
no
left.
stranger to natural and organic. You're no stranger
No,
to consumer products.
right.
Okay. And
E-commerce, retail, CPG. Yeah.
yep. So here's the thing. I'm sure you're finding it's a lot harder when it's your own brand. At
Yeah.
the same time that it's more fun, but it's
And your
hard.
own money. Your own
And
money.
your own money. And your own
Yeah.
money. Yeah. So what are some of the things you find you struggle with? Because you're clearly a good marketer, you're an expert at products and product design, but now, as I like to say, it's hard to cut your own hair. And
That's
so,
great. Yeah, look
eh,
at it.
right, which is why
Yeah, yeah,
even
yeah,
even expert speakers need speaking coaches, and expert
mm,
tennis pros need tennis
yeah,
coaches. Like
yeah.
it's not a sign of weakness that even if you're at the top of your game, you still get expert help and support. It's that,
Yeah.
like I said, it's hard to cut your own hair. It's hard to see yourself in the mirror reversed because that's how it's supposed to be.
So true. Well, I have, when I started this, I thought I was pretty confident. I was like, oh, how hard can this be? It's
Right.
really hard. It's really hard. And it is very easy to
Uh-huh.
make mistakes. It is
Mm-hmm.
very easy to overspend.
Mm-hmm.
It is very, I could not, I kind of approached it like I had just come out of my job with a multi-million-dollar budget. And it took me a
Okay.
while to realize I do not have a multi-million-dollar budget. And by the way, that is my
Right.
own money. And
Right.
so I have done multiple 180s and I'm constantly sort of changing things, changing how I'm
Uh-huh.
doing it, changing my approach, my strategy. But I am very humbled about, I'm humbled about the whole thing. I mean, the beauty of skincare is it's huge. It's a consumable.
Yes.
Everybody uses it. They use it
Yes.
multiple times a day. That's the good news. The bad news is that it's a huge category and it's super competitive, super
Mm-hmm.
congested, super confusing with a lot of, different messages and
Yeah.
approaches and niches and things like that. So
Yeah. Yeah. So then you have to figure out where you fit in that massive world of skincare.
I've kind of figured that out where I fit our niche, but, how do you break through? Because there's so
Mm-hmm.
much noise. How do you find your people? How do you message your unique positioning
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in a way that's compelling? And how do you do it without, breaking the bank? Because
Yeah.
there's so many people coming into this with gazillions of dollars and they're like, well, just spend on
Yeah.
Meta ads or
Yep.
Google
Yep.
ads or whatever.
Yep.
And our niche is, I approached this because there's so much noise in the skincare category. And there's this approach to marketing to women that is really sort of fear and insecurity based. It's like, something's wrong with your skin. you need to buy our products to fix it. And the more you feel insecure about your appearance and your skin, the more likely you are to buy products that you think will fix it.
Right.
And
Right.
and so it's like this vicious circle. And I was like, that is so wrong. I do not want to market to women. I mean, you need skincare because your skin needs, oils and moisture. It needs products to take care of, to keep it healthy. But you don't need to be marketed to in a way that you're buying things simply because you think they're going to reverse the clock or erase your wrinkles.
Right.
And for older women, that is the marketing strategy. That is the messaging.
Okay.
It's like,
okay. Interesting.
And
but that means your people, you're focusing on older women.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Women 50 plus.
50 plus. And the positioning is around this idea that there's nothing wrong with you inherently or wrong with your skin inherently. You need stuff that works with it.
Yes. We're about a simple approach. So you don't need 25 products. You only need 3. So it's simple, no age shaming. It's clean. And the desired end state here is healthy skin. Just keeping your skin healthy.
Okay.
You'd be amazed. Nobody markets that way in the category. Nobody. Because, and maybe I'm pissing up a rope here, but maybe it's because it doesn't work. I don't know. Maybe all of the way they do it now works because people are like, oh, shit, I have wrinkles. I better fix that. So I'm going to buy these things.
There's that sense that the Dove campaign for real beauty.
Yeah.
Which a lot of us have seen, but it's this notion that Dove is fighting against beauty stereotypes. And when they launched this campaign, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, they had women with wrinkles, women with age spots, women with freckles, right? Women of different body sizes to celebrate real beauty as opposed to photoshopped beauty.
Right. Yeah.
But then they also did sell anti-wrinkle cream, anti-aging serum, and skin whitening products.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially for Asian cultures where skin whitening is still a
desirable.
Thing.
Yeah.
So, what have you found, first of all, in terms of the success or failure of a kind of positioning that doesn't feed into the mythology of beautiful, young, perfect 20-year-old skin?
Yeah. So it definitely, we have a successful base business. I'd like it to be bigger, but we have a base of customers who we have good repeat rates. We have good retention rates.
Good.
We have great social proof. Customers love our products. Once they try the products, they love the products. They are, so a very positive experience between, of customers with products. The key is, how do you reach, I don't necessarily market like, forget those age-shaming brands,
Sure.
You should try us. That doesn't really work in skincare because at the end of the day, it's really about product performance and functionality. It's like, I need to believe if I'm going to pay this kind of money, and we're not super expensive, we're like mid-level. But if I'm going to spend money for a product, I want it to work. I want it to, so if I tell you it's going to erase your wrinkles, you might buy it.
Right.
If I tell you it's going to give you healthy skin, that resonates with people. It doesn't resonate with everybody, but it certainly resonates with some. And because it's such a big category, I don't need all $50 billion worth of the beauty category. I just need a niche.
Yeah, it's true. So here's a thought from the brand science world where I spend a lot of my time, which is that it's very rare to find small brands that have lots of loyalty, lots of repeat purchase. There's this law called double jeopardy, which shows that over and over in category after category, the smaller brands have fewer buyers and they tend to buy them less often, not more often, which kind of flies in the face of the hope and the dream of having a tiny niche fanatical brand. Now, this is broken when you truly have a product that can't be replicated elsewhere. Like, for instance, shampoo for black people's hair. African-American hair, black hair is just different. And so you really do need products that work. And so there you've got a niche that can be very functional. But even within that, you find that the biggest brands that are good for black hair have higher repeat purchase rates and more buyers. And then the smaller brands have lower repeat purchase rates and fewer buyers. Which, when you really realize that that's kind of a law of nature, kind of the way that, evaporation goes up and then rain comes down, instead of rain going up and evaporation coming down, then you're like, oh, then that means if I want to be a bigger brand or a healthier brand or a brand with more repeat buyers, all those things move in lockstep. So to increase your repeat purchase rate, you also need to bring in more buyers. So it's an interesting and often surprising finding out of brand science that unless you really do have a specific offering that people recognize as different and say, oh my God, this is the only thing for me, then the way to increase your loyalty, so to speak, is to increase the number of buyers that buy you. So they're kind of linked. Yeah.
That's interesting. Actually, I'm pretty happy with our repeat purchase rate.
Great.
I just don't have enough buyers. I don't have enough people that I brought into the franchise. And so my question is, how do I reach those people and convince those people? Because you're not going to buy skincare after seeing one ad.
No.
It's not that kind of it's not like an impulse purchase. It's not like, oh, I love that sweater. It's I don't want to serve you an ad 100 times. Sometimes that's what it takes to get you to convert.
Yeah. Well, some of it is the simplicity of messaging, right? That your message, you have time for a headline and that's it.
Yeah.
A lot of marketers believe they want to, quote, educate their consumer, that they have time for backup points and more claims and more info. Like, you kind of have the attention, you can grab people's attention with a headline, and then maybe 5% of them look below that. For instance, do you know Tony's Chocolonely?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Tony's is great. Do you know that they're a cause brand, that they have a cause that they support?
I did not know that.
You didn't?
No, I just see them everywhere.
Yeah. I think I have, let me see. Do I have Tony's? I do. I have Tony's right here because I'm a Tony's fanatic. I'm a really high purchaser, heavy buyer of Tony's. So Tony's, even on the front, it's got a little symbol that says open chain. Tony's open chain. Together we'll end exploitation in cocoa.
Okay.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg, because then you open the pack and inside, the inside label is an entire huge story about how Tony's is fighting exploitation of labor, especially children, in the chocolate industry. Tony's, the head of Tony's, I heard him on a podcast, a terrible, not compared, bad podcast compared to this one.
Crap.
Yeah, total shit. He said he knows for a fact about 5% of his buyers know that Tony's is a cause program.
Yeah.
That Tony's helps fight exploitation in the supply chain. 95% of people like yourself have no clue, don't care, just love that it's a bright, colorful logo and label, and it's really good chocolate, and it comes in great flavors.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So from skincare for Caroline, there's that kind of the main facade has to be that clean and clear and simple and big and bold, like Tony's Chocolonely. Not that the design has to be that.
Yeah.
But the offering and the proposition has to be simple and big enough that people can get it in a heartbeat. And then there's little like off ramps or rabbit holes if people really want to go down the rabbit hole.
Right.
So that's a piece of your puzzle is, have you gotten so crystallized on what Caroline's offering is that you can say it on a billboard?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
I have tested lots of things, but I wouldn't say I have, the elevator line, the billboard line.
Totally. And you know what? You're going to just have to experiment to find it, because I'm I have rarely ever seen someone figure it out strategically ahead of time without testing it in market and seeing whether it was a flop.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, even the storied thing that like Just Do It for Nike, they didn't know it was great until they put it in the market and started using it.
Right. Yeah.
Right. And so you gotta try and see what works. So experimentation is your friend. But thinking in terms of headlines or billboards is probably your first step. Can you simplify it down to that?
Yeah. One line.
Right.
Okay.
One quick headline.
Yeah.
And it's in this zone of have healthy skin no matter what age you are, or healthy skin for older women, whatever the phrase, right?
To niche, do we niche it up or not? Do we? Yeah. So sometimes I've gone more generic. Sometimes I've gone more niche in terms of the demographic target, which I probably should just focus on the demographic target because it's like 50 million women. I mean, it's massive.
It's huge.
I mean, it's like a third of all women are over the age of 50 in the United States or something like that.
If you just won with women over 50, you'd have a huge successful program.
Yes.
Yeah, you'd be bigger than Puppy Soda.
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. And I think I'm afraid of doing that. I did that for a while. And now, as you can see, because you sort of you had some kind of summary in the beginning, it's pretty generic. And so I'm like,
Yeah. So
I think I need to go back to my target. Yeah, exactly.
Don't be afraid. I think you do need to go back to target. In fact, Laura, I worked with a client recently. They manufacture furniture, and they were afraid that they were niched because they were focused on people with more income and were older. And I said, well, what's your market penetration in that crowd? And they said, oh, about 10%. I was like, are you shitting me? You have 10% of your ideal target market and you're worried you've already maxed them out. Like, that's like going to an apple tree and picking 10% of the apples and leaving 90% of them and saying, I think we need to go to new trees. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So,
and they're the ones buying all the furniture.
Yeah. And they're the ones buying all the furniture because they've got the money. Yeah. And they're older. They want comfortable furniture.
Yeah.
Now that
I
their
got
kids
50
have
million
moved out.
women, and I'm like, I'm sure there's some of them out there who are like confused, don't know what to buy, and are sort of tired of hearing how you have to fix your skin.
Your skin is a problem.
Yeah.
Laura, if you have something that really resonates with this audience, you should run with that. Because the best work is where a brand finally says the thing you wish others said and finally addresses a problem you wish others addressed. Right?
Yeah. And that's the vision. That was sort of the mission for this, is to say what others haven't said and to do it in a way that others haven't done it.
Yeah. And again, you don't have to like go full throttle attack mode into the rest of the world of beauty.
That doesn't
But
work.
I think you should get back to focusing on your core, this audience of 50 million in the United States, and this proposition that you are uniquely connecting to them with. Right? So there's that piece. And then I want to bring up another element which keeps coming up in conversations with brands. This notion of the symbols and the surface and the superficial, you might think, elements of your brand. Because right now we're talking about your deep brand positioning. Who's your audience? What are you resonating with them about? What's your product offering? But go back to Dove and the campaign for Real Beauty. Do you remember what that campaign looked like?
It was women against a white background, right? And it's just like a series of women being shown.
A white background. What were the women wearing? Do you remember?
Like camisoles, right?
Yeah.
Not much.
Not much. And what color were those camisoles?
White or gray or neutral. They were neutrals. The whole campaign had a neutral palette, right?
Totally. That felt natural, right?
Yeah. And uncluttered.
So
simple.
Yeah. Yeah. At the time I worked in what's called shopper marketing, helping brands work with retailers to get their stuff on shelves and stuff. And I was so impressed that the Dove campaign for Real Beauty, with those women in their camisoles and jog bras, like white colored or neutral colored camisoles and jog bras, and underwear, against a white background, was also what you saw at retail, at the shelf, when they had little shelf
Okay.
signs or shelf stoppers or decals on the floor,
Mhm.
or when you went to Amazon and you searched for skincare.
Mm.
Those women with the white background and their white camisoles and jog bras, like, it was really different than everyone else. It was amazingly consistent, and it was
Yeah.
shit simple.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm convinced that that element was as important as this positioning around real beauty versus photoshopped fake beauty for
Mhm.
Dove's 10-year run of growth. And they're already a big brand, but maybe 20-year run of growth. They became huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's an element of visual consistency and visual standing out that I think is often underplayed by people who focus on the emotional needs of a brand instead of the visual elements of a brand, that it just helps you see it and helps it stand out.
Okay. That's good to think about. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think we see it in brands like, I don't even know what her brand is, but Kylie
Oh yeah.
Jenner, doesn't she have a
What does she
brand?
do? Is it makeup? Or who does Kim does Skims? I can't keep track. She's got
Right.
one of them does makeup.
Kylie Cosmetics.
Yeah,
Here's
that's
the
it.
one. And then there was another one that was like fun, cute names of products that were all cheeky. I can't remember them because I don't buy a lot of women's skincare, surprisingly. But to have it be noticeable and to have it be visually easy to recognize and stand out
Right. Consistent.
is going to be
Yeah.
as important as this kind of banner headline of what your offering is, I think.
Right.
Right?
Okay. That's good to think about. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, especially as a small brand, you got to do everything you can.
You do. You do.
You know, speaking of, Laura, because small brand to small brand, Applied Brand Science is a small brand. I had an old logo that was like a star with star points on the tips of the star, like it was a fractal star. And I thought it was cool because it told some story, but it didn't do any work for me. It didn't
Right.
help. No one recognized it. No one remembered it. No one gave a shit. So I changed it because I was like, if I'm a tiny brand, I need everything to help me.
Right. Everything
I
working.
need everything to do work for me. So my new logo is this frog with antlers.
It's unique.
It's very unique. And look, you're already giggling about it,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Because it's cute, it's interesting, it's fun, it's engaging, and it does so much work for me. People want frog elk stickers. They want
Right.
my logo
T-shirt. Yeah.
on their
Yeah.
T-shirt. They want my logo on their Yeti water bottle.
Yeah.
And then they walk around remembering me at all, which is part of the challenge. So this is where I'd suggest, as you continue to grow and as you continue to experiment, that you don't just focus on that clear of the offering, but you also focus on making your visual recognizability stronger and stronger.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's good.
Because you got to make it all work for you because you got no big budgets anymore.
Nope. Do not have big budgets. The thing with skincare though is that at the end of the day, you have to talk about the product.
Oh,
You have to talk about the product.
Oh, yeah.
And most people talk about it in terms of efficacy or functionality, ingredients, but that's what everybody talks about. It's really hard to think about how do we, I mean, in a quick, short way to your point, how do you talk about what makes you different while you're also communicating what the possible consumer is interested in?
Yeah. I'm going to go back to my furniture client, Christy Hoskins, who I adore. She's great. She's brilliant. And I worked with her for a good 2 years. And one of the things she realized in our work that really kind of stuck with her was she said, it's not always what you say. You've taught me it also matters how you say it. And an example of that might be the Old Spice guy. Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back at me. Does your man smell like a lady or does he smell like a man?
Yeah, that's good.
Right? And
That's
again,
good,
you're
yeah.
laughing and it's entertaining, and I'm talking about deodorant, for fuck's sake.
Right.
But his cheeky delivery and that ad, how they did all that funny real effects of taking away the shower and suddenly he's on a boat and suddenly he's, on a horse and it's a real horse. The way he said it and how entertaining it was is what helped the message get through.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So you can think of like x-axis and a y-axis. And your x-axis might be, what are we saying? Are we saying similar things to everyone else about, rejuvenating your skin or, giving your skin a nice, healthy collagen or whatever? And then you can think about the y-axis, which is, how are we saying that?
How? Okay. Yeah.
Are we saying it in a fresh way that grabs attention or in a way that other brands are afraid to because they're big and they have teams of lawyers that are afraid of everything?
That's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah.
And how could Caroline Skin say shit that other brands can't because they're afraid of it?
Right.
Right.
That, I think, is a huge opportunity. Yeah. To break through.
Yeah. Yeah. I see your gears turning.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. It's relatively easy to develop some ideas and then test and execute. It's easy to, with social media, I don't do a lot of paid ads, but if I make videos and post them organically, then, they sort of take off. So
nice.
Then I think TikTok is a huge upside too, which we just started working on.
Are you often the voice or face of your stuff?
Well, I'm just beginning that. The whole content creation journey you might as well ask me to climb Mount Everest. It's
backwards and in heels too, right?
Speak Russian. Yeah, exactly. It's it just looks so intimidating with cameras and lights and but I think I really got to lean into that and start to do that.
I think it would help, and I think whether it's you or someone else, having that voice, having that attitude of whatever it is that got you excited about creating this brand.
Yeah.
And that resonated with other women over 50 that were like, fuck yeah, we need something like this.
Exactly.
Like you can do that totally lo-fi, totally low res.
Yeah.
A great example of that would be my buddy Adam Baker, who runs Soda Pup. He too is in the Boulder area. And he, I think for the past 7 or 8 years, has created a dog toy company, dog enrichment products. So everything can be smeared with peanut butter or stuffed with treats or, it keeps dogs busy.
Yeah.
And he does these little videos where he just talks at the camera and they're pretty lo-fi. And he's got people that love him all around the world and want to hear his message.
I know.
And it's just... I think it'd be better if he had a beard of live honeybees.
That would be very entertaining, yeah.
Oh my God. I want like a local furniture place to do that too. It's not what you say, about furniture and a July 4th sale, because there's always a July 4th sale for your furniture. But it's how you say it, with a beard of live honeybees. Everyone would want to watch that video.
You're right.
Everyone would want to watch that commercial. And frankly, Laura, this is the secret to Aflac.
Oh, the duck?
The duck.
Insurance company? Yeah.
Insurance. Yeah. And the early ads, even the recent ones, there are two people actually having a conversation about supplemental insurance and explaining it, which is boring as hell.
No kidding.
But then they do it, the way they do it, that y-axis is they do it with comedy and pratfalls and jokes.
Yep.
And the duck acts as the comedic element.
The fact that I know the name, because it's a terrible name.
Yep.
And I know the business and the industry. You're right.
No one wants to think
about it.
That
is all about the how.
And it's about the how.
Yeah.
Because very, very few of us can tell any of these brands apart.
Right. But
So really, Laura, you can have a lot of fun with how you talk about skincare for women over
Right.
50, where it's about not shaming you for not having 18-year-old perfect unblemished skin.
Right. Right.
Right?
Right. And this is so obvious. I don't know why I couldn't think of that myself, but you're right.
Because you can't cut your own damn hair.
Hey, yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. But I think, yeah, I'm definitely going to look into that, work on that.
All
And
right.
then maybe a funkier logo.
Maybe. Or, color, strong color, visuals. Yeah, a strong visual does a lot. Like that Starbucks mermaid, I think she does a lot of work for the brand.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The mermaid princess, whatever the hell she is.
Right. She's a mermaid. Right.
Yeah.
Which has nothing to do with coffee.
Yeah, what the hell is a mermaid? And I think technically she's a siren. Like, the
see?
women that scream to Odysseus to
Oh, right. Come hither. Yeah, right.
come hither, and then they
bite his head off.
right, and then they eat the sailors
That's right.
with their siren song. Like there's a whole damn story and no one gives a shit. But the mermaid, the picture,
Yeah.
and they've simplified it. They've made it very iconic and
Yeah.
I don't know. You can have some fun with this.
Yes, I am. I'm going to start working on the axis and the how.
I love it.
That's the way to break through, I think. And
All
people
right.
will be interested, I think. I think that'll resonate.
Oh my God, yes.
This is different. Yeah. It's amazing what people will watch.
That too. That too. But again, you have started this because you have an itch you need to scratch.
Yeah.
And I assume you've done enough research to find out there's a market there.
There is. And a big one.
And a
Very
big
big one. Yeah.
Well, how about this? On the one hand, you and I can get together for coffee or cocktails here in Boulder. But on the other, I want you back on the show in a year.
Oh, okay.
So
Pressure's
we can
on.
find out how things are going and see
All
some
right.
updates.
You're on, buddy.
Fantastic.
I love it.
All right.
Hold
Thanks
me
for coming on the
accountable.
show, Laura.
Thanks, Ethan.
Oh,
really
wait.
appreciate your time.
And then again, if people want to know more, go to
CarolineSkin.com.
Caroline
or Caroline
Skin.
Skin on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok.
All the places. And that's
Yeah.
Caraline.
Yes, that's key. CARA.
Caroline.
Face.
And then we're going to go listen to some Bonnie Raitt now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Take care.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
That's it for this episode. If anything stuck with you from today's show, good. That's the point. Be simple, be sticky, and stay classy, San Diego. If today's conversation made you rethink something about your business, consider calling us to get more formal help for your brand or your team. I run workshops and strategy sessions to turn science into success. Cliche, that's cheesy. Learn more at appliedbrandscience.com.